Hey yo, what's up? FAG back in action with Overwatch. Today we're playing Reinhardt. Yeah. Actually, no. We're gonna be Wanker Winston. Sorry, excuse me. I built myself a chronic accelerator. To all agents of Overwatch. Anyway, okay, let's get with the game. Winston, he's a tank. People think he's bad because he's pretty weak, but it's just the way you play him. He's not really a tank that's going to do a lot of damage. He's more a tank. So his first skill's a barrier. You can shoot outside of the barrier, and they can't shoot. They basically hit the barrier, so it's really good for basically using it to shoot. You can shoot your laser through it and basically shielding your teammates, because you can still shoot through it, but they can't shoot through it. And that's basically the main trick with the barrier. You can shoot through it, and they can't shoot you. So you want to chill in your barrier. You want to leap, push them away a bit, barrier, and then shoot them through. So his next skill is a leap. It's pretty quick cooldown. It's used to like rush people. It does a little bit of damage on impact. But basically the trick is with Winston is to leap, push them back a bit, put your barrier in. They're automatically outside your barrier, and then you can just shoot them while they can't shoot you. That's pretty much a little barrier trick with Winston. Don't put the barrier on them because it's not going to work. You have to be inside and they have to be outside the barrier. Now Winston's good for rushing squishies like healers and turrets and stuff like that, but his ultimate's pretty much trash. It needs a bit of a buff. His ultimate goes into this like rage monkey form, and it knocks everyone back, but it doesn't do nearly enough damage. He can't kill a turret or anything like that pretty much in that form, but it does knock them back, so it's really good for knocking people back. Winston's basically a person who's just gonna like basically control points and move you around and stuff, but he's not really gonna kill too many people. He's good against squishies, he's good against Symmetra because you can just rip their turrets basically, because his weapon's auto aim, and it does do cleave damage, 100% cleave damage, so that's why it's really good. He against single target, he's pretty much not that great if you're fighting other higher health people. Who does Winston counter? He counters people like Lucio, people like Torbjorn, people like Mercy, basically small, low squishies. Who can counter Winston? McCree can in a way, but his fan the hammers are pretty weak now. Basically people at range. Reaper's really good against Winston because Winston's really slow at damaging, and Reaper can get a lot of hits into his ultimate. He goes into rage form. Your leap cooldown is significantly reduced to like 3 seconds only, and he knocks and he goes crazy. But it's I think Winston needs a bit of a buff in terms of his ultimate doing more damage. I think his single target damage should be buffed, but as you hit more targets it diminishes down and it starts to cleave like Blizzard's Fork or Chain Lightning mechanic. And I think his leap needs to have smart tracking. Like how Mercy leaps the people, it's got that targeting indicator. There should be like a targeting indicator to see where you leap. It's not the biggest game changer, but that's my proposed changes for Winston. And then I think he'll be okay. Here's a Bastion ulti, but see, he goes outside the barrier. Now you can't hit me. And you can see that barrier is really good, but Bastions can rip through the barrier really quickly. So the best way to do it is just to leap to the healer, basically bury yourself while everyone attacks you, and then they can't get you. It's pretty hard to get the leap sometimes. Sometimes it's hard to get on things, so you need to like jump up and then do it. But again, with the smart tracking thing, that's what I think it needs. Oh, here you go, push him back. See, I'm in my barrier. They can't shoot me, but I can shoot them out. And here you go, got a like a double kill. Save the Lucio as well. But I really don't play Winston anymore. I feel like he's good at rushing and stuff, but you really need a healer to stick with him. And you really need to be like attacking around. I'm really not a fan of his ultimate. That's pretty much why I don't beat him. But you can see he can do turrets pretty well. You can even put a barrier there, and you can kill the turret before it. And if you're almost dead, remember that your ultimate heals you automatically. So that's why it's good just to start off by doing a bit of damage, soak up some of the bullets, do as much damage as you can with your Tesla cannon, and then go into your ultimate form because you do get fully healed. But remember, your health, I think it seems to decrease, or it's once you're out of that form it decreases, so just be very, very careful. That's why that time I ran away. Tracer, the good thing about his weapon is it's auto aim, so you really don't have to aim that well, and it cleaves as well. So if they're all stacked in a group, if you go from behind and you put a barrier in, Winston can rip a lot of the lower squishies and stuff. People like May and stuff, Reaper, who have a tiny bit more HP, it'll be a tiny bit harder because they'll freeze you for, and that's why Reaper and May are really good counters for Winston. But Winston's good for basically rushing people. See, so there's a Widowmaker there. I'm just going to push the card a bit and I'll rush it a bit later. There you go, see, you can just fly. You can just fly and rush him, and since it's auto aim, you pretty much just have to leave him in the middle of your screen. He's probably one of the easiest targeting people. just because it's auto aim. All you have to do is hold on fire. I think his weapon's a bit trashy and less damage, but you know, it still gets the job done. You've got a barrier, you've just got to use the barrier, attack with your barrier. But I don't really play Winston. You can see this is a really old game, and I've got the classic skin. Just because I don't really play him. I prefer playing Roadhog or Reinhardt. But you know, Winston's good. He's okay. He can do really well if you're rushing and with certain teams. He's not the worst. I think D.Va is a tiny bit worse, but D.Va's got a better ultimate, and D.Va can absorb bullets, and I guess she can fly, so that's pretty fun. But that's it. Here's a play of the game with Winston. It's a rare one, I know, and it's not the greatest, but at least I saved Lucio. Look, he got pulled. Push him back, put him outside the barrier. You see how we push him outside the barrier, and then you can just shoot them? I walked outside, but that's because I knew they were wrecked. And look, I can't even aim, but still, it's auto aim. And that's it, guys. Short video on Winston. Give him a try. He's pretty fun. He gets places quick, but yeah, he does trash damage, and that's why I just call him a wanker. But he's not really a wanker. I like Winston. He's just not the greatest and not the most entertaining class. He's pretty boring to me. Anyway, guys, laters.